just to go back to the data that you pointed out there, like where Ireland are ranking fairly lowly in relation to the teams that we would have perceived to have been fellow contenders going into a World Cup. On the flip side, are there any positives to that style of kind of attritional play, reliance on the tight five that Ireland are bringing to the table, or is it actually pretty much a flaw in their makeup? Like, for example, with that approach, that attritional approach, can you tire teams down maybe more so than you would if you were going wide the way some of the other top nations are doing at the moment?
That's a really key point, Gavin, because Ireland's attacking shape is predicated on low error rate, where they don't allow opposition access points into the game. Their breakdown has generally under Joe Smith been so accurate that they do wear teams down and tend to pull penalties out of teams, which then gives Ireland field position, allows them to get into those structured attack, especially off line out, where again against Russia, Ireland showed some, well, they brought out some old plays, but inventive plays where they tend to destructure and kind of break down defences. So, but especially in the Russia game, again, humidity was definitely an issue in terms of the high error count. But when Ireland are turning over possession, then it does make it very difficult for them to kind of keep the foot on the throat and maintain that pressure. And I think if you're looking at what other teams are doing, like particularly in their attacking shape, New Zealand and Japan are prime examples of. They're bypassing that first forward pod off 9 and trying to get to width or to the middle of the pitch as quick as they can. And then rather than sending that forward pod that they've bypassed around the corner, that forward pod just sets back on that near side and they'll come and play back to them. But there's definitely a genuine sense that other teams are being more efficient with their energy levels and using both their attacking kicking game, which again, when Ireland have used the attacking kicking game, particularly through Cardi, there's the Sexton try at the weekend, the Sexton setup for the Omani try at the weekend, that those attacking kicks are paying dividends for most teams in the World Cup. So the variation between your attacking kicks and then not being so point to point in terms of the forwards you're using to carry into contact, I think is crucial for a team to be successful at the World Cup.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword for Ireland then, Eoin. Is it like if your error count is high using that attritional approach, it's going to basically negate what you're trying to do? Whereas if you can keep the mistakes to a minimum, as has been a hallmark of Ireland, or had been at least maybe last year, then it can still be an effective means of playing the game.
Absolutely. And I think Joe's talked about when the humidity wears down, and humidity, to be honest, from being involved in Super Rugby for 6 years, humidity is worse than rain. The film that you get on the ball is far slipperier than rain, and it is very, very difficult to maintain possession. So if that humidity does drop and Ireland could get into more of a rhythm and be really, really accurate with the ball, then I think it's a kind of tactic that's worked for Ireland, and they've had a huge amount of success with it. So I don't see why reverting back to that won't draw success for them.